Hello everyone, welcome to Arka Science, and today in this video I will be discussing the transit of Venus into the sign of Capricorn. Today on 27th of February 2022, Venus is going to enter the sign of Capricorn, and this transit is going to be till 31st of March 2022, and then Venus will leave Capricorn and it will enter the sign of Aquarius and get conjunct with Jupiter. Actually, this is a retransit of Venus because last year in the month of December 2021, Venus has already had entered the sign of Capricorn and got conjunct with Saturn. But then Venus got retrograde and it retrograded back into the sign of Sagittarius. We all know about that. Now again in that due process, Venus got direct. It again transited through the sign of Sagittarius, and today it is leaving Sagittarius and going to enter the earthy sign of Capricorn. But now this transit is going to be a bit dicey because now it is not only getting conjunct with Saturn but also it is getting a close conjunction with exalted Mars. So in one way you can say that Venus is in the friendly sign of Capricorn along with its friend Saturn, but again it is in close conjunction with exalted Mars. If we talk about the natural significance, then Saturn and Mars both are natural malefic planet. On the other hand, Venus is a very soft natural benefic planet. So in one way or the other you can say that yes, the position of Venus, the moment it enters the sign of Capricorn, yes, it will be afflicted. Now how it gives the results for every one of us, it will depend upon how Venus rules in our chart, which are the houses which has the ownership of Venus, how Venus is placed in our chart for every one of us, and that's how the results will be obtained. But if we talk about the significance of Venus, then I will say that Venus is a very soft planet. It rules over luxuries, love, relationships, our ability to get into a relationship, our ability to respect the opinions of our partner, of anyone with whom we are having any relationship of any kind. Okay, the compassion, comforts, luxuries, love, romance can be associated with Venus. Now since it is in conjunction with Saturn and Mars, so passion will be there, but it will come with huge commitment, restrictions and responsibilities. So yes, relationships has to be taken care of very properly and cautiously. Any matter regarding love, relationship, partnership, spouse, our wife or husband, whatsoever it is, we have to be very careful regarding any matter regarding marriage, marital life or any kind of relationship. Diplomatic affairs or diplomatic negotiations will be very strictly taken during this time. So any matter regarding where you feel that that some kind of negotiations can happen, you have to be very careful. You should take the negotiations very judiciously, not out of passion, not out of any strict nature. It should be taken very judiciously, looking into the fact that opinions of both the sides should be taken into account, and then only the results should be given, then only the judgment should be given. So this can be with respect to any kind of relationship. Now since every transit has got some difficult phase, it has also got some good phase also. It has also got some good results also, looking into the fact that Venus is entering into the friendly sign of Capricorn, where already its friend's house, friend Saturn is transiting along with exalted Mars. So definitely some good results are also expected. So for every ascendant sign, apart from the afflicted Venus, some good results are also expected. So that every part of that I will be discussing in this particular video regarding all the 12 ascendant signs starting from Aries to Pisces. So stay till the end so that you can get to know regarding all the 12 ascendant signs, that how this transit is going to impact you. Now how much it is impacting you, it will depend definitely upon your dasha system and your placement of your planets in your natal horoscope. But as usual, if you are new to this channel, then tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new video you get notified instantly. And anytime if you want a consultation from me, then check the links in the description section, so that you can get a personalized consultation one-on-one with me. You can directly mail to me from my email id, which will get in the description section, and you can also get connected with me on my Instagram and Facebook account. So let us start with the presentation, that how this transit is going to impact every one of us, starting from Aries to Pisces. Come. For the Aries ascendant people, Venus transit will be happening in the 10th house in conjunction with Mars and Saturn. Since it is creating a Raj Yoga along with Mars, so this will bring some good results with respect to your job, career, or profession. But looking into the fact that it is transiting with two malefic planets, Mars and Saturn, and Venus is the lord of your 2nd and 7th house, so any matter regarding your finance, family life, domestic life, or even your relationship and married life can erupt, can resurface, and this will require more duty and responsibility from your end, especially when Venus will be transiting through the 10th house of Capricorn. This can also lead to some kind of lack of happiness or mental anxiety, because this whole of this transit will directly look upon onto your 4th house. So I will say, during this transit, take care regarding any matter related to your expenses, your wealth, financial decisions, health of your family members, health of your spouse, health of your mother. These are the things which has to be properly taken care of. Any unnecessary spendings has to be stopped during this time. Take care more of your conveniences, means any item which is related to luxury comforts, you have to, which you have at your home, at your domestic place, you have to take care regarding that, or any kind of vehicles which you are having, you have to take special care regarding that. Or I will also say, with addition to this, that suppose you are thinking to travel from one place to another, then you should travel in a more calm and composed manner. It should not be a very rash driving, because Venus will be transiting along with Mars and Saturn. So these are the things which has to be taken care of. So that's it for the Aries ascendant people. For the Taurus ascendant people, Venus is itself the Lagna Lord, and it will be transiting through the 9th house along with Mars and Saturn. Now, since it is transiting along with Saturn, which is the 9th Lord itself, it is creating a very strong Raj Yoga. It is also giving you the rise of fortune and luck for you. But since it is in conjunction with Mars and Saturn, so I will say specifically during this particular time, you must take care of yourself, your own health, and also take care regarding the health of your family, because Mars and Saturn will be transiting through the 9th house. So take care regarding the health of your father, and the 8th aspect of Mars will be falling on your 4th house, and Venus itself is the 6th Lord. So I will say, take care the health of your overall family, including yourself. Now if you talk about the benefic result of this transit, then I will say, since Venus is transiting through the 9th house, which is a good transit for you, for the Taurus ascendant people, along with the 9th Lord, and looking into the fact that Mars is exalted. So if we talk about the benefic results, then I will say it's a very good time to learn new thing. Like suppose if you are thinking for a long distance travel, you can go for religious pursuits. You can go and visit the spiritual communities and learn new things. Suppose if you are thinking of starting any kind of new studies, it's a very good time, I will say. Start the study of any kind of philosophy or any kind of new skills which you want to learn during this time. Then this is a wonderful time to learn new things. Okay, another thing, since Venus is the Lagna Lord itself, so you can also feel that yes, now it is a good time to get connected more with your parents, with your elders, with your guru. So these are the things by which you can get the good results. And yes, definitely, since this whole of this transit will be looking directly into your 3rd house, so yes, if you are feeling that you can start a new hobby or any kind of creative talent which you want to excel more on, then this is a very good transit to work upon it. So that's it for the Taurus ascendant people. For the Gemini ascendant people, the Venus transit will be happening in the 8th house in conjunction with the 8th lord Saturn and along with Mars. So, since these three important planets are transiting in your 8th house, so initially I will say you that for you must take care regarding your health, because 8th house will be afflicted by the transit of this Mars and Saturn, and Venus is a very soft planet. For you, Venus is the 12th and 5th lord. So since transit of Venus is happening in your 8th house along with two malefic planets, so I will say initially you must take care of your health. And suppose if you are coming into any kind of relationship, any kind of love affair or romantic relationship during this particular time, you have to keep control over your desires, specifically the sensual desires. Now if you talk about the benefic part of this result, then I will say that since 5th house relates with intelligence, the higher intelligence, I will say, then this is a very good time to learn the occult sciences or spiritual sciences. Anything which requires more focus, more concentration, ancient sciences, scriptures. This is a very good time to learn those things. Or even if you are thinking to go towards spiritual way of living, meditation, sadhana, then this is a very good time to work upon that. Otherwise, you must take care regarding your health. And since Venus is your 5th lord, you must take care regarding the health of your children, of your progeny also. Some ups and downs with respect to education can be seen, because 5th house also relates to education. So more focus and concentration will be required during this time. So that's it for the Gemini ascendant people. For the Cancer ascendant people, Venus is transiting in the 7th house along with Mars and 7th lord Saturn. Venus is your 4th and 11th lord. Now Mars is also your 10th lord. Since 11th lord and 10th lord is transiting through the 7th house, so some kind of good result with respect to your job and profession can be expected, because 7th house is 10th from the 10th house. So some kind of favors, some kind of good results can be expected from the authorities or the superiors. This is the benefic part of this particular transit. Now since Venus is the 4th lord and Venus is also considered one of the significator of the 4th house, getting afflicted during this transit along with Mars and Saturn. So I will say that you have to take care regarding any matter which can disturb the happiness at your domestic front or your marital life. You have to be very cautious regarding any matter which can disturb your happiness or which can disturb your mental peace. So this is a time to work on smaller steps, solve the problem, and then go forward to the next one. Don't judge the situation on the spur of the moment, okay, because that can lead to some kinds of disputes, fights, or arguments. Nevertheless, since Venus will be afflicted, so the peace of mind will be at, you can say that peace of mind will be disturbed during this particular transit, because Mars, Saturn, and Venus, they all of them will be aspecting the Lagna. So your personality will be judged, and it is your responsibility that how you are keeping the things at peace with respect to your relationships. Now this can be with respect to your spouse, this can be with respect to your business partners. So responsibilities and commitment will be expected more during this time. So more you are taking care of your spouse, more you are taking care regarding your business relationships, more better results you are going to get. So during this time I will say, take care regarding the health of your spouse, take care regarding any matter with respect to marital life and your domestic life, take care regarding the health of your mother also, because Venus is your 4th lord. So that's it for the Cancer ascendant people. For the Leo ascendant people, Venus will be transiting through the 6th house. Venus is your 10th lord and your 3rd lord. So this transit, I will say, with respect to Venus, if you say, then I will, if you ask, then I will say that since Venus is a very soft planet, it is the significator of luxuries, comforts, love, and romance, then those aspects of your love, of your life may suffer during this particular transit, because it will be transiting through the 6th house along with Mars and Saturn getting afflicted. So you may feel that you are getting restless during your work, you are getting less of comforts and luxury, more work and no rest. this kind of situation may come in your life with respect to this transit. But if you talk about your efforts and your work life, then I will say with your hard work, with your passion, with your love for your work, more better results can be expected, because since it is transiting along with Mars and Saturn in the 6th house, so your love, your passion towards your work can give you more better results, looking into the fact that Venus is your 3rd and 10th lord. So if you talk about especially with respect to your marriage and spouse, your family happiness, then that particular side of your life can get disturbed during this transit. But if you are thinking regarding your hard work, efforts, or your job life, then that part can give good results with respect to this transit. So that's it for the Leo ascendant people. For the Virgo ascendant people, Venus will be transiting along with Mars and Saturn in the 5th house. Venus is your 9th and 2nd lord. Now, 2nd lord transiting through the 5th house. This is Dhani Yoga, I will say. Again, 9th lord transiting through the 5th house, along with the 5th lord transiting through the 5th house. So that is also Dhani Yoga. So here, new investment opportunities can come. You may have some gains with respect to your speculative businesses or any kind of speculative ideas or investment which you are thinking. So that kind of good results may come in front of you. But since Venus is getting afflicted in your 5th house, so Venus is your 2nd and 9th lord. So any matter regarding to your studies, any matter regarding to your wealth, finance, education, family matters may come in front of you, where you have to use your intelligence, your wisdom to solve it. Take care regarding the health of your family members and especially your father during this transit. Since it will be transiting over your 5th house, so you have to make sure any decision regarding your children and progeny has to be taken very cautiously during this time. Use your wisdom. Don't be so harsh. Don't take any decision in very hurriedly, I will say. And it has to be taken in a proper wisdom, because it is happening in the 5th house of intelligence. So if you talk about the benefic results, one more benefic results which can be seen with this transit is that here in the 5th house, it's a very good time that you will get more energy to learn new things, to work on your creative talents, to work on your creative ideas. This Mars and Venus can increase your passion to learn new things, also work on your creativity. So since it is the house of creative self-expression, so that can give you good results, because all these 3 planets will be looking directly into the 11th house of gains. So working through your creativity and creative talents can give you more gains. Yes, you have to take care regarding your luxuries and comforts and proper rest also, because it may happen that working through your creative skills, you may feel later on, you may feel that I am getting completely drained out because of my work, because of my efforts which I am putting forward. Because don't forget, Mars is your 8th lord and Saturn is your 6th lord also. So you have to take care regarding your proper body health. That has to be taken care, because 5th house also gives some hint regarding how your health will be. So take care regarding your health during this particular transit. So that's it for the Virgo ascendant people. If we talk about the Libra ascendant people, then Venus is the Lagna Lord, Venus is the 8th Lord, transiting in the 4th house along with Mars and Saturn. This is, first of all, I will say it is creating a Raj Yoga. And since Venus is transiting with Mars, it is creating a Raj Yoga. Since it is transiting with Saturn, it is creating another Raj Yoga. And all of them is looking towards the 10th house of profession. So some good results with respect to your career, job, or job environment can be expected, because work pressure will be there, but you will have more energy to do that work. More creatively you can do the work. And yes, responsibilities will be there, but you will feel that yes, I can do that, do the needful, and that can give you better results when the time comes. But yes, since it is happening in the 4th house and Venus is the Lagna Lord itself, you are own self involved in this transit. So you have to take care regarding your own health also, because Venus is getting afflicted. Secondly, you have to take care regarding any matter with respect to your home, domestic happiness, peace of mind. Take care regarding the health of your mother. Take care regarding any kind of luxury or comfortable items which you have at your home. Suppose if you are driving or you are having any kind of vehicles, take care any kind of conveniences which you have. And this is also a time when you need to work on your education also, because since Venus is getting afflicted and it is also creating the Raj Yoga, so you will at times you may feel that I am getting restless for any kind of work I do. Like suppose even if you are working, so you will feel that I am working day and night, I am not getting the proper rest. Or suppose if you are studying, you will feel that I am studying a lot but I am not getting the proper rest. So you have to balance both the things. You have to balance your own health also, you have to balance the work also. So that's how you have to take this transit in a positive manner. And yes, take care regarding the health of your mother, take care regarding the health of your own self and domestic matters. That's it for the Libra ascendant people. For the Scorpio ascendant people, Venus will be transiting in the third house. For Scorpio ascendant people, Venus will be your 7th and 12th lord, transiting in the third house. Now, if we talk personally regarding Venus in conjunction with third lord and Mars is the Lagna lord, this will give a very good result with respect to your creativity, creative talents, your hobbies, your passion regarding any kind of efforts or actions which you are putting forward. Like suppose you can be an artist, you can be a dancer or singer, or even you can be an athlete, correct? So wherever you are putting your efforts, or even if you are a normal serviceman, you are you are doing a job, so wheresoever you are putting your efforts, your daily efforts, you will feel that yes, I am getting that passion to do the work. So in that respect, this particular transit is going to give you very good results with respect to this Mars Venus conjunction. But since Venus is your 7th lord, getting afflicted with presence of Mars and Saturn, you have to take care regarding the health of your spouse also, and any matter regarding your marital life or relationship or your business relationship has also be taken very promptly, very cautiously, because it may happen that since it is transiting through the house of communication, it can also lead to some kind of harsh speech also due to the presence of Saturn and Mars. So you have to make sure that your communication with your spouse, with your partners, business partners, has to be very carefully taken, very carefully done during this particular transit. So that's it for the Scorpio ascendant people. For the Sagittarius ascendant people, Venus will be transiting in the second house in conjunction with Mars and Saturn, and Venus is your 11th and 6th lord. 11th lord transiting through the second house along with second lord is basically it is a Dhan Yoga, and Mars is your 5th lord itself. So some kind of gains with respect to a speculative business or new kind of gains and investment plans can come in front of you, looking into the fact that Mars is exalted, is your 5th lord, getting conjunct with the 11th lord in the second house. So in many ways Dhan Yogas are getting formed. So some investment plans or incoming of wealth, storage of wealth can be expected. Another thing that Mars is also your 12th lord, so gains from some foreign clients, some faraway places can also be expected. But since it is happening in the house of speech, family values, family life, or family members, so I will say work on your speech regarding how you are delivering the things which you are delivering your thoughts in front of the people. Okay, how you are speaking or how you are relating yourself with the family members, or how you are solving the issues in the family, because that kind of responsibilities will come in front of you, where you need to work upon your financial matter with respect to your family members and family life. Any kind of wasteful expenditures has to be reduced or stopped completely, because during this time it may happen that it can lead to some kind of expenditures later on. You may feel that I had the wealth, I had the incoming of wealth, but I wasted it. So you can invest it in some proper manner, and any kind of family matters, any kind of family issues has to be taken care very properly, very promptly, very cautiously during this time. So another thing, since it will be looking directly into your 8th house, Mars is your 5th lord, getting conjunct 5th lord, getting conjunct with Venus, looking into the 8th house. So some kind of romantic relationships can come in front of you, but it will be more of a passionate one. So I will say that have control over your desires. That can give you much more better results, because Saturn will be also will be transiting through this particular time. So you have to work upon that also. So that's it for the Sagittarius ascendant people. For the Capricorn ascendant people, Venus will be transiting through the Lagna, and here Venus is your 10th and 5th lord. It's a brilliant transit with respect to your Saturn and Mars is concerned, because it is creating one way Raj Yoga and one way Dhan Yoga. It's a good transit, I will say. So it will be good for your profession also, it will be good for your incoming of wealth also. So in that way it can give you good results. But since here Venus is getting afflicted with respect to Mars and Saturn, so I will say you have to take care regarding how much efforts you are giving and how much rest you are taking, because when you are giving more energy with respect to your work and profession and you are taking less rest, then that can bring some kind of health issues later on as the time passes by. So you have to take proper rest, you have to take care of your health during this transit. And yes, definitely you have to bring the balance with respect to your work life and your own health, your own personality. Definitely, because of this transit of Venus through the Lagna will bring a charismatic personality within you. People will recognize by your charisma, by your intelligence, because Venus is your 5th lord also, by your wisdom. But definitely you have to take care regarding your health and personality, apart from giving more focus on your job and career. Since Venus is your 5th lord, take care regarding your progeny and children during this particular time, because Venus is getting afflicted by Mars and Saturn. Since Mars Saturn will be aspecting direct into the 7th house, 7th house is significated by Venus, and Venus is afflicted in the 1st house itself. So matters regarding your marriage, spouse, marital life, or even your partnerships, business partnerships will come in front of you, which will bring more duties and responsibilities. More commitment will be expected during this time. So you have to take care regarding that. Don't overdo anything. Try to solve the problems one by one, take smaller steps, and then go forward. Don't judge the situation as it is, because it may happen that it may require more duty and responsibility before judging it on the surface. Don't judge anything on the surface. Try to understand the deep meaning of anything which happens during this time. So that's it for the Capricorn ascendant people. For the Aquarius ascendant people, Venus will be conjunct with Mars and Saturn in the 12th house. Now Venus is your 9th and 4th lord. Since it is transiting in the 12th house, if we talk about Venus, then it may happen that you may take upon a spiritual way of living during this time. You may also feel that I can take up some way of isolation or solitude and learn new things, the spiritual way of living, because 9th house is basically the house of higher learning, and 12th house is the house of spirituality. So it may happen that you can take up spiritual books or spiritual way of learning. You may also meet some spiritual leaders or some spiritual communities in faraway lands, and you may travel some faraway lands and meet them and gain more knowledge out of it. Or it may also happen that at your home itself you may live isolated living during this particular time and learn new things. You may feel that yes, I need some time for myself. I can take up some solitude, I can take up some isolation from the rest of the world, and I can learn new thing, and I can work upon my health, I can work upon my spiritual knowledge. So meditation, sadhana, occult knowledge, occult practices, yoga, exercises can be a good time, or getting in touch with the guru, because 12th house is fourth from the 9th house. So you can travel some faraway places to meet your guru, to meet your preceptor during this time. Now, since Venus is getting afflicted, so here one thing can happen is that it can increase your sensual pleasures also. So you have to work upon your desires. Since it is transiting through the 12th house and it is the fourth lord, you have to take care regarding any kind of luxurious or comfortable item at your home. Take care regarding your vehicles, especially when you are driving the vehicles. Don't rush. Be very calm and composed during this particular travel when you are traveling. Okay, take care regarding your conveyances. So that's it for the Aquarius ascendant people. For the Pisces ascendant people, Venus will be transiting in the 11th house along with Mars and Saturn. Venus happens to be your third and eighth lord, transiting through the 11th house along with exalted planet Mars, which happens to be your second lord, and 11th lord Saturn. Now here, this transit of Venus can give you some kind of sudden gains in your life during this transit. Now how much amount of gains will be, that will depend upon your dasa system or your placement of planets in the natal horoscope. But some kind of natal some kind of sudden gains can be expected during this transit of Venus through the 11th house. Since Venus happens to be your third lord, so gains with respect to your creative talents, with respect to your communicative skills, your hobbies can be expected. So anything which you do out of your passion, like creative art, painting, singing, dancing, or suppose any creativity with respect to your Martian activities like sports, athletics, or adventure. So that can give you good results because Mars and Venus will be very closely conjunct during this transit along with Saturn. So yes, more committed more you are committed towards your hobbies, your creative self expression, more good results you are expected during this transit, because Mars, Venus and Saturn will directly look into your fifth house of creative self expression. So more you work on your creative talent, more you work on your hobbies, more better results can be expected, more good gains, incoming of wealth can be seen. Since Venus is your 8th lord, Mars is the 2nd lord, so I will say during this transit any kind of wasteful expenditure should be stopped, because incoming wealth will be there and you can think upon any kind of new investment plans so that you can invest the money and you can have long term better results out of that wealth. Mars, Venus and Saturn will directly looking into your fifth house, so you have to take care regarding any matter regarding your children and progeny. Take care regarding their health during this transit. So that's it for the Pisces ascendant people. So as you have seen that how this transit is going to impact for every one of us starting from Aries to Pisces, and if you have liked this video, press the like button, share to your near and dear ones. Your comments are always welcome to me. Please let me know how this transit is playing its role in your life and how you like this video. I will be very happy to listen from you. So on this note, I am signing off for today. Till then, when I come back with another interesting video, thanking you. Bye bye.